Hello everyone, today is 7th of October, now it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon Moscow time. I'm Levan Gudadze and this is new episode of Headlines, short summary of the news that I will talk about in more detail in today's second update on my Patreon page and Boosty. And right now, as you can see, I'm in a shopping mall in Moscow, and this shopping mall, according to information that I know, is the biggest one in Moscow, and right there you can see also biggest, if one of the biggest, of, if not the biggest aquarium in Moscow. It's quite a massive structure there, and plenty of fish inside. I may make a closer video later on. So yes, this is headlines, and there are quite a number of important developments and news that I like to share with you in this update, at least headlines. So first of all, TASS news agencies report that Russian Defense Ministry today confirmed the information about liberation of Grodovka settlement, which is a Pokrovsk sector. Also, RIA Novosti's report that according to Russian Defense Ministry, Russian armed forces had significant progress, achieved significant progress on northern western flank of Ugledar that was recently liberated, and advanced further in that direction. And today on my Telegram, I shared information that Russian armed forces established full control over the Zolotaya Niva settlement, and most likely Defense Ministry is referring to these developments on the western side of Ugledar. Also today, Russian Defense Ministry shared with public information on preparations of the Kiev regime and its western backers to conduct a provocation with the chemical weapons. And of course, in the second update, I will share more information on that. Also, still head of EU diplomacy, Josep Borrell, spoke about Ukraine today, and he said that without Western assistance, Kiev regime would collapse or lose this war in about 15 days. Hard to disagree. Hard to disagree. We all know that without Western assistance, Kiev regime would collapse a long time ago. Also, President of Serbia, Vučić, stated that Ukraine conflict is slipping away from US control, and he has his argumentation to say so. Details in the second update. Another headline from RT that NATO states MP pledges to block Ukraine's membership, and this member is Slovakia. Also, when it comes to Slovakia, we have a statement from the Prime Minister of Republic, Roberto Fico, who proposed basically to build a monument to Soviet Marshal Konev in his country, in Slovakia. Interesting proposal. While in Czech Republic, monuments of the Soviet liberators were destroyed, in Slovakia, Prime Minister is proposing to build one. And in second update, I will explain why Marshal Konev he played a crucial role in liberation of Slovakia, obviously, from Nazi Germany. Also, dear friends, Moscow slums outrageous treatment of ethnic Russian football players in Finland. Unfortunately, during the recent game in Finnish championship, two Russian football players, or soccer players, as members of our community from US would say, two ethnically Russians were treated extremely badly. There was some disrespectful statements made by football hooligans, I will say. And much football game itself has to be stopped for a little while before number of these hooligans were sent out from the stadium. Also, we have a headline that US already spent 17.9 billion US dollars for support of Israel this year. Another headline from Russian media that anti-Semitic incidents spike in US, which is truly unfortunate. Unfortunately, many people under emotions, I guess, or I don't know what's happening, but there are some people that are not distinguishing from each other actions of the Netanyahu's government and the Jewish people that have nothing to do with these actions. And there are some devastating, really devastating statistics on this topic about situation in US. And unfortunately, anti-Semitic anti-Semitism is on rise worldwide. One may argue, due to yet again actions of the Netanyahu and his government, which is truly unfortunate. I'm saying for a reason that Netanyahu's government probably is the worst what happened to Jewish community worldwide after Second World War. Also, headline that Iranian ambassador stated that Iranian ambassador in Russia stated that international system has lost its effectiveness in resolving crisis, and who would disagree with this statement? And he has his argumentation that I will talk about in a second update. Algeria demands that France recognizes mass killings during the colonialism, mass killings of the Algerians during the French colonial rule there. Press spokesman of the Russian president, Dmitry Peskov, stated that diplomatic relations with US remain at the same level without any changes for now. And he was basically asked about relationships between Russia and the US, diplomatic relationships, if there is any downgrade in relationships, because as I reported in previous updates, Russian former at this point Russian ambassador into US, Anatoly Antonov, ended his diplomatic mission in the US and come back to Russia. And many journalists here in Russia took this development as Moscow's demarche towards downgrading relationships with US, although relationships already are at lowest point probably since since ever. And I don't know how else these relationships can become even less, which is also unfortunate. A meeting of the Council of Foreign Ministers of the Commonwealth of Independent States has opened in Moscow, according to RIA Novosti's report, and the Commonwealth Independent States is an organization that was created by former Soviet republics after Soviet Union collapsed. I can give you names of republics that are members of this organization, former Soviet republics. So members of Commonwealth of Independent States are Azerbaijan, Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Russia, Tajikistan, and Turkmenistan. And of course, there will be some serious discussions in Moscow among leadership of these republics. Also, we have a headline that Georgian Dream ruling party in Georgia is about to impeach President Zurabishvili. Salome Zurabishvili is the president of Georgia, and as I reported many times before, she is not really on good terms with the current ruling party. And I guess after parliamentary elections that took place on 26th of October, current ruling party, if they will receive majority of the votes, most likely will impeach Zurabishvili. Also, when it comes to Georgia, we have this headline that the grape harvest in Georgia exceeded 300,000 tons and set a record for this former Soviet Republic since its independence, which is good news, and I will explain why it's a good news in second update on my Patreon and Boosty pages. And finally, dear friends, I'll give you this information that 71.12% of referendum participants supported the construction of nuclear power plant in Kazakhstan. Turnout was 63.66%. So after this referendum, it is most likely, it will be the case most likely that Kazakhstan will build a nuclear power station. Some time ago, there was a news that Kazakhstani leadership is planning to create an international consortium which will take over this project. And I guess Russian Rosatom will be part of this consortium, although let's see, time will tell. And well, this is it for this short video, dear friends. I hope you will find it at least somewhat informative, interesting. After all, it's headlines mainly. News update will be on my Patreon, but hopefully you will find it interesting, useful. And if so, please click that like button, leave some commentary just about anything, and share information about my channel with your friends on internet or in real life. And if you like my work, if you like my channels and want to support, you can do it. All the links to my PayPal, Boosty, Patreon are under this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. And well, before I end this video, let me show you how huge this shopping mall really is. This is one side, and so yes, truly a huge building for sure, and I don't know, probably hundreds of different shops and plenty of people, dear friends, which is a kind of indicator that our economy here in Russia is doing quite okay. It's better to see once, isn't it, than to listen million times. Maybe so. Anyways, this is it. Have a great day and take care. Bye for now.